Hello all! Today we'll be talking about the Seamless SAR Archive tool, also known as SSARA, which can be used to download SAR data from a variety of satellites over different areas. We'll start off with the GUI, which can be accessed by navigating to the GUI from the WinSAR website, or by typing SSARA GUI into a search engine. This is the main page of the GUI. There is the map in the top left that can be zoomed in and out of using the buttons here. At the bottom of the screen, there is the list of scenes, which is currently empty because we haven't specified any scenes to look for yet. Then on the right is the query form. This is how we'll be searching for data to download. You'll notice in the query form there are a lot of different options to specify, and we'll be going into some of those today. If you'd like to learn more about these parameters though, please check the following link. While there are many ways to search for data on the GUI, one of the primary ways is by area of interest. Let's say we were interested in seeing SAR data that covers Salt Lake City. We can click and drag the map over to Utah, and then hit the Select B box button, which allows us to draw a square around Salt Lake City. Now when the search is done, all data that falls within this box will be listed. There's some data. Now let's say we are only interested in data from 2011. We can specify the date range of data by going to the start date and end date boxes and filling them in with whatever dates we want our range to be defined by. In this case, we'll set the range to be from January 1st, 2011 to December 31st, 2011. Now we only have data spanning 2011. Let's say we then wanted to specify which satellite we'd only like to see data from. We can specify that by going to the platform box and typing the satellite of our choice. For this example, let's enter NBSat. Now, all of the scenes shown are only from the satellite NBSat. We've narrowed down our search so far, but maybe we'd like to get a neat stack of data that covers nearly the exact same area. To do this, we can look to the relative orbit and the frame. We can also distinguish between ascending and descending data. Let's start by going to the flight direction box and putting an A for ascending. Now, we only see ascending scenes in the scene list. Next, let's choose one of the numbers of the relative orbits listed to narrow down our data further. For this, let's choose the relative orbit 422 that can be seen as the relative orbit for some of the present scenes. Now we have ascending NVSat data along one orbit that covers part of Salt Lake City. Finally, let's choose one of the frame numbers in the scene list. For this, let's choose 783. Now we have a small selection of data that covers the same area over Salt Lake City on 3 different dates in 2011. You might notice that there appear to be duplicates listed within the scene list. This is because the same data is sometimes housed in different collections, so it appears multiple times on the scene list. Let's specify the collection as WinSAR ESA to remove the duplicates. To download the data, simply scroll to the right to the download column. This will take you to a page asking you to sign in with your WinSAR account credentials. Once you enter those in, the file will start downloading.